All right, we are live with the Alice premiere of Electrical. We've got an awesome set. All right, we are live with the Alice premiere of Electrical. Okay, sweet. Oh yeah, so we're here and we have a cast of amazing people. We have Clint Carney, Sheena, we've got Lennon, we've got Marlon here, and we've got the band. So we're really, really stoked to be here. And Clint's cat as well. I forget the name of your
William.
William. Awesome. Yeah, we're just really excited about this video, and we're excited for so many reasons. The end of COVID, and we're just happy to be here. So right now, I'm going to just go ahead and start the premiere of the actual music video. So we can get that out of the way, and then we'll do some talking. We'll also going to have a couple of live contest drawings. So we're going to do all that stuff, which will be fun. But yeah, so without further ado, here is the Electrical music video. All right. So
Yeah.
that was it. You know, it was really, really fun to watch. What do you guys think? Like, what was your, I mean, I've seen it a bunch of times, but for those that haven't seen it before, um,
I was so impressed. I mean, I was kind of there helping put it all together. I saw everything happen in the rain. I obviously acted in the rain. I dried you guys off in the rain, but I had no idea how it was going to come together with the robot watching the TV and the actors being on the TV screen, representative of the dancers, and the back and forth between the band and the robot was excellent. That robot is amazing.
Go Clint.
Yeah, gosh. What an electrifying music video.
very electrical, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, watch out.
Yeah, I love the story arc that you added with that, Clint. I mean, we had, I mean, Sash, you can talk about the concept for the original video and all that stuff, but just I was super impressed by just the arc that the robots sort of went through. They're watching, you know, Brian and Lennon on TV and wanting the same, and it ultimately is sort of their demise, and it's sort of really powerful in the end. So really cool.
Oh yeah, thanks so much. It was a challenge. I mean, you guys had, you know, shot this beautiful video, and then I just came in after the fact, trying to, you know, add a little something. So I'm glad you liked it.
No, the bit with the electricity in the hands, like, I mean, you know, we've been working on this. I've seen a little bit, but I purposefully didn't want to see it until today myself. And oh man, when the electricity happened and they died, it really it just blew my mind. And I went to the next place. I was like, oh no, I was so invested, and then they're gone. And I'm like, that was amazing.
Oh, well,
I mean, it really got me.
well, thank you. And it's, I mean, it's really, it's the emotion of the song that helps the visuals along. You know what I mean? If it wasn't there, if it wasn't such a great song, you know, you wouldn't have that emotional connection to them. So I was real stoked to get to create those guys, because it yeah, such a great song. So
I have a quick question. The front of the robot, I mean, is that specifically like a Fender or a Floyd Rose bridge, like on a guitar? There's a kind of a locking tremolo system on a particular guitar, and that looked exactly like it.
You know, it could be, because I have just this collection of random mechanical parts that I kit bash stuff together with, and that particular piece on the chest, as well as some of the back stuff, was kit bashed. So okay. Maybe I'll have to look into it.
So,
We have a couple of, I'm sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
We have a couple of questions on the Twitch, and one of them is what was the inspiration behind the song and the video? So I think for behind the song inspiration, we have to go to Miss Tosh.
It's kind of funny how inspiration hits. Like, for me, my muse is very inconvenient. So usually when I'm on the freeway, or I'm in the bathroom, or I'm trying to fall asleep. In this case, it was like 3 a.m. inspiration while we were on tour. And then I got hit with like the first verse, like the melody and the lyrics and everything. And, you know, and the concept about, you know, just a darker kind of love. And then, you know, I brought the song idea over to the band, you know, and we do what we do. We all kind of like throw clay to the table and mix it up and then turn it into something before we pass it along to like the next group of collaborators. So I think that's kind of this particular song and video, I think, is an example of real collaborative art, because like it started as like one little nugget of inspiration, but it turned into what it is because of this group of people that I'm surrounded with. Everybody brought something very special and very specific to this. In their own incredible, unique ways. Like everybody in this pool is just so talented. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But yeah, Sash actually started musing on the idea of doing a rain shoot. And Lennon, you can speak to like how the actual like rain bar was, like the mechanics behind that. So
What is a rain bar anyways?
I mean, a rain bar is any kind of, we call it a rain bar because ours is made of bars and PVC pipe, but it is any kind of rain machine, rain bar, any kind of thing that you can pump water through that simulates rainfall. And they have really, really fancy ones these days where you can like control the speed of the rain. You can make it pouring rain. You can make it drizzling. And the hardest part is actually not making a rain, something to simulate rain. It's actually lighting simulated rain.
Yeah.
Is I think one of the trickiest things about doing something like this. But the rain bar that Brian Forrest built for the video is made of, I believe, PVC and steel piping. And what they did is they just set up a 4-quad structure and put 4 bars across and drilled holes through the pipes. And then they run 2 hoses, one through the back stand and one through the front stand. And so the back 2 get the back hose and the front 2 get the front hose. So you do it in something like the garden. And so they have theirs set up in the Manor filming location in the backyard. And actually it was kind of kismet, this video, because Sasha called Brian and said, hey, we want to include you and Lennon in this rain video. And Brian was like, do you need a rain bar? Because ours is still up from our photo shoot, because we had built it for a specific photo shoot that we were doing with George Simeon. And he built the whole thing, all the piping, all the holes. I mean, he worked on it for like a month, and they put it up and we tested it and it was fantastic. And then we took this workshop on how to light for photography in the rain. And I learned some stuff, but I was modeling for the photographers who were taking the class. But I did learn a lot. It was really educational about how you have to backlight and side light for water. It was really interesting. You can't just like front light for water. You have to have some kind of omnidirectional or a light source that's coming from behind the water of some kind, which you guys nailed in the video. It looks fantastic. And so when Sasha called, we were like, this is really, really kismet, because we were just about to take it down. Like he was like, Lennon, will you help me take the rain bar down? And I was like, sure. And then Sasha called. We were like, never mind, guess we're leaving it up. So it was like nice timing.
Awesome.
Never take it down. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We got another.
The photos that you shot in that photo shoot were amazing. I saw those.
Thanks. Yeah.
Wow. If our video comes out anything like that, it'll be.
And awesome. It did. It came out amazing.
And we shot twice, just 2 different occasions. And as we'll all remember, the first was nice and warm out and it was refreshing. And then the second time it was quite a bit colder.
It was cold.
So
it was cold.
Yeah. Well, I told you guys, I remember you coming in and I was like, you're shooting at the perfect time because it's not super hot, but it's been hot all day. So the water in the hoses is warm from the ground. And then when you guys came the second week, we hit that cold month and it was like later in October. I think it was into November at that point, and it just started to become like winter here in LA. And it was like so cold. And I was like, Sasha, you're going to be really cold tonight. So like, I'm going to have towels ready for you.
And thank you for that too. Like being right there with us, like with towels and warm drinks and just like making sure everyone could breathe in the water. Like you really above and beyond. So thank you so much. It's
needed. I've been in the water too much for photo shoots and videos. And I was like, it's hard. So,
go ahead.
We got a question from, Night Child in YouTube. Night Child is wondering, how long did it take to create the video?
Many times. I think we finished shooting in late October, early November of last year, and did some cuts with it, played with it, and then realized we were still missing some extra magic. And so we passed it off to the amazing Clint, who magicked the bejeebus out of it, and it's so lovely. So I I'd say many months in all the different phases. You know, the planning takes months, the shooting takes time, the editing, and then when you add in any kind of animation from scratch, there's the designing and the building. And why am I talking about this? Clint, you take it from here.
Yeah, I think we were like, I mean, I kind of lost track of time for a while, but I think it was easily 2, maybe 3 months of animation, if not more. But a lot of that is just designing those characters, you know, building them. And then after you build a digital character like that and you start animating, you find out how whether or not the build you made works in terms of does it break when it's animated and things like that. So there was a lot of troubleshooting, but I think 2 or 3 months all in on that and the edit.
Nice.
But there was a lot of great footage to work with, and that was the hard part too, is like just having to pick what had to be cut, you know, because you could probably make, honestly, with all the great footage, I could have probably made 5 versions, you know, edited 5 versions of the video. So that was real tough, but yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out though.
Awesome.
Yay. And for Sheena and Marlon, you guys, obviously we love your dancing so much, and you've done many Alice videos at this point. And what was it like for you guys showing up and we're like, okay, get in the rain?
I mean, you guys are talking about how, I think we were there on the first shoot day.
Yes.
You guys are talking about how it was not cold. That it was, guys, it was cold. It was really cold. You're all incorrect. And I remember for my first take, at least, I even think somebody warned me about having my mask on under the water, because we were in peak COVID during all this. And we were incredibly safe. There were so few of us on set. We ran that set incredibly well. I was very proud of us. And we attempted, at least I attempted for my first run in the rain, to have my mask on. And that was a unique experience in waterboarding we'll never do again.
Yeah.
And did you have it, Marlon, at all?
No one tells you that water splashing on you and then mud is just hard elements to move your body in.
Yeah.
So maybe I had like 5 seconds of strength and then I was exhausted. And it's like, keep going, let's go. And you're just like, oh my God. So it pulled out a lot of emotions. That was really fun to work with because of the elements that we were pushing through. And I love the direction that was given to me and as the character that I was able to kind of dance with. So it was so kind of like a great experience. The whole thing was just really fun to be a part of.
Let me say too,
for Alice, so it was definitely the best.
As the editor, the dancing was fantastic, and that was hard too. That was like one of the hardest things to cut because there were so many great moments in there. Oh, puppy! There's so many great moments in there, and just having to just kind of narrow it down was tough. But you guys did a fantastic job with that.
Also, just like you were saying, since it's so hard to move your body, the shapes and the flexibility and the fluidity that you guys were able to create, both solo and together, I thought was pure perfection. I just thought it worked so well in the rain. It worked so well with the concept. Everything about your bodies in that piece and your acting is incredible.
Wow.
So yeah, I thought it was fantastic because like you said, it's 10 times harder in the rain and the mud to do anything. So whether it's super rehearsed and super well choreographed, of course it was, but like, my hat's off to you because I could barely fall down in it.
It was tricky. It was tricky for a second, but then you kind of push through and it was really fun. I've been dancing with Sheena now. This was our 3rd time. And so we were just gelled together by that time. And so to have the elements, it was like we were there. And then there's like this sort of outside element that was pushing both of us, you know?
Oh, that tension was so wonderful to bounce off of, to work with. And that's one of the things that I love working in this family. We tend to be in situations where the environment is challenging, or, you know, we tend to put ourselves in situations where we get to have an experience. My dog is moving. I'm so sorry, guys. Stop. And that provides these extremes that you get to go through. So I find I'm always getting to these edges when I work within this family. And that's where we get to push. That's where we get to create. That's where we get to really strive for something. And I don't know. It's really, I'm really lucky to be able to be in a safe community, in a safe circle where I can show up, jump in the rain at midnight or whatever the time it freaking was, and get completely stripped down, and like Marlon's right there to catch me. Marlon's right there to hold me. I've got the entire, we've all got this entire circle around us. So I have the opportunity to get incredibly raw in this scenario, and it makes really beautiful work. I mean, the honesty and the purity between Brian and Lennon in those scenes, you get that because I'm not, here I am speaking for you. I can't do that, but I would imagine it's possible because we have that safety, because we have this family.
Yeah, Brian and Lennon, you guys, I mean, you captured on the TV there, but there was an entire storyline that went behind, and there was a complete motivation, and you catch glimpses of it, but it was amazing to watch you guys work on that. Like, how did you come up with that, or what
that was all, I think, Sasha and Tosh. I can't speak for like how the story was developed, but Sasha was directing us every step of the way.
Oh yeah.
And like, yeah, so, and thankfully because we had the rain and it was a music video, so it was like MOS, she was just shouting cues at us from right off camera. And now you feel this, and now pass that, and now you feel this, and now you feel that, and now you start to get scared. Now you fall off the boxes, and now you're going to run to each other. Now you're going to reach for each other, so it was like cued every step of the way. And we did several rehearsals, not in the water, if I am remembering correctly. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, once the water's on, we just stepped in, and it was like, okay, go. And it was a lot of fun. It was really fun. And luckily, because Brian and I are partners in real life, it definitely came naturally, everything for us, everything from the fighting to the romance, because all the ups and downs of a partnership were represented there. And I love the robots were watching us. That was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all's work in the rain. I mean, all of you, like performers, band, everybody who was there raining. Carl, who had like an umbrella and a raincoat and the camera, and like amazing. Everybody just really brought the very best that they had and the most vulnerability to this sort of a thing. And it's just such a beautiful thing to watch. And then when we were talking about where we're going to move forward with the video, how Clint used your story as like the inspiration for everything that this one robot is feeling and desiring. And I just thought that was so brilliant. And I think your raw emotion really lent itself to that robot yearning. Like that was the only word that came for me with her, yearning. And Clint, your work is of course out of this world, mind-blowing. And I don't know how you captured such huge feelings in this robotic creature.
Thank you.
No, it's great.
Yep.
Somebody also was asking what software you used to build it. That was all done in Blender 2.9, which for anyone interested in filmmaking or just animation at all, it is 100% free software. Anyone can use it, and it is phenomenal. You can do just about anything in that program that you can see in a big Hollywood movie. So check it out, blender.org.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually do one of our contests, because like we got a couple different contests we want to get through.
Okay.
But yeah, for our Mad Hatters, there's a ton of you guys here, so really stoked to have you. One of the perks of being a Mad Hatters, we do giveaways and contests like every month, and especially when we stream, we love to do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring up this the screen for the drawing. Yeah, it looks all crazy for a second. So Zoomers, you guys actually won't be able to see what's going on, but if you actually look at the stream, you'll be able to sort of see it. It might be delayed. But yeah, Tosh or Sash or anyone who's looking at the comments, like let me know if anyone's saying anything, because I can't really see what's going on. But we have our list of contest entrants right now. So the first thing that we're going to give away is actually a Mad Hatter Army starter pack. So you're going to get an awesome wristband, some stickers, signed postcards, and behind the scenes video, plus a mystery gift. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull the wheel of names here. Okay. Goes. And Justin Grossman.
All right, Justin.
I love the spinning wheel.
I know,
I
the
love
spinning
it so much.
Going forward or backwards?
Yeah, so Justin, you're gonna get, I think you might even already have a starter pack, but you'll get another one. Yeah, I think you might have actually ordered one, but yeah, I'll let you know, and we'll do that. And congratulations.
Congrats. And anybody who wants us, Scott, well, we'll talk about later. Sorry.
Well, I have a question that has to do with exactly that. And it may have been what you were going to ask. We have a question here that says, how do we get our name on the wheel?
Oh, well, Tom, that's a great question. So we're going to do some more talking, but if you're not already part of the Mad Hatter group, I'm going to, where did Tom ask that? Oh, on the Twitch screen. I'm going to like send you a link. If you sign up right now, we'll get you in and we'll put your name on the list.
Yay!
Yeah. If I can type, there we go.
Love how us girls, like, and Marlon too, like we have an instantaneous dance party. I'm like,
always a dance party. Always a dance. No music needed. Always a dance party.
Yeah, that's like a without fail, you know, like all of the years of working with these wonderful humans, like someone's always stretching, dancing, moving, like just personal little party. It's delightful.
Well, and I have electrical stuck in my head, so I'm still rocking out.
Yeah, we'll probably play it again at the end, for sure.
Yay! I love it. I want to watch it again.
So we also have something really cool. We have a promo for something that the Alice Project has been working on. The Alice Project is sort of like the overhanging collective of like what we do under Alice. You know, it includes like all of our other bands and like projects that we do. Gordon's wearing the t-shirt for Alice Underground. But so I don't know, Tosh or Sash, do you want me to play the video and then like then we can talk about it? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I see them going like this. All right, it's only like a 5 or 10 minute thing, or 10 second thing. So I'm gonna go and play it right now.
And that's the first time I've seen that's a logo.
That logo was, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, you.
Oh, I was just gonna say that logo was from years ago.
That's great. I love that logo.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
It's
Yeah,
been a journey.
So what are you guys working on?
So, well, as Scott was mentioning, the Alice Project is like the umbrella of a collective of bands, you know, that we're all a part of in some form or fashion. That includes Mankind is Obsolete, Alice Underground, Bash Rock, now Metal Moo. For those of you that are familiar, this is our cow puppet that sings metal. And so, you know, we realized that we have a lot of music between all of us and a lot of different styles between all of us. And we were like, this is like a soundtrack. And we started writing a story around that. And the story is called Flight. And originally it was written as a dance theater piece, but we're turning it into a graphic novel. And so we're going to have a teaser with us on tour in October when we're out there on the road. So we'll have a little piece of it with us, and we're super excited to share the story with you guys. So more on that coming soon, but we wanted to give a little teaser.
Yeah, it's always fun to have like a coming soon ...
That was awesome.
So
Sweet.
Scott, is electrical out now? Is it like, can people listen to it elsewhere, or?
Yes, definitely. Some people already figured it out, but this single is available through our Bandcamp and also streaming platforms. Spotify and Tidal and Apple Music, everywhere that you could listen to music.
Nice.
It's there. And thank you guys so much for ordering it on Bandcamp though, because that like supports us the most when you do that. So thank you. Yeah, and the actual music video itself, right after this, we'll just make it go live on YouTube. It's been like a sort of an unlisted video, so now we'll just make it go live so y'all can just like search for it and find it. And yeah. So let's see, is there any other questions that you guys have?
Scott, I have a question.
Okay.
How about the recording of the song? I mean, we sort of took it almost a little unique kind of recording the way we did it, in that we sort of recorded in different areas, different studios. We all have different studios in our house, and then you sort of took it together and edited and produced it. And it took a lot of what we did and sort of made it the final product. What was your like inspiration there? How did you think about producing the song?
Well, I mean, the inspiration really stemmed from our time in Joshua Tree. Like we had the seed of the song, and it was like sort of like the inception, an idea. Like Tosh just had like sort of like this moment of inspiration at 3 a.m. at a hotel in South Carolina, after like, driving all night or whatever. So she had this little piano line, and then we put together a little demo for it. But it really like that, it's like such a two-dimensional thing until you bring it into like a room with a band. So playing it in Joshua Tree, like we worked out all the parts and like arrangements and everything. So we had this like kick-ass demo like that I think like stands up like really well, something we should definitely share. But once we had the demo, like, I just basically took that. Steve and Gordon, you both recorded all of your parts remotely, in the middle of the pandemic, but we sort of do that anyways. Like you both have like really awesome studios, and Steve records in his own little drum fort at his place in the living room, and Gordon recorded his bass parts and Moog parts at his house as well. Also his vocals as well, which he did a really good job recording. So awesome. And yeah, I mean, like putting it together, like, I don't know, I think it was just, I had the feeling of what we had in Joshua Tree, like the whole time, this underlying raw rock vibe. But then, I'm like, I love electronic music and synthesis and analog and digital sounds. So I definitely like love sort of combining those things together. And, I feel like it sort of just became what it is, I don't know. Yeah.
Great.
Oh, one thing I wanted to bring up, which is really cool, is actually Clint created what's called an NFT for the music video. And it's amazing. What's really cool about it is I highly recommend you just go to the link. I'll send the link out in a second, and you can go to it and actually watch the NFT. If you turn the sound on, like Clint actually did some really cool sound design with it, where you could actually hear, it's almost like, here's the perspective of the robots. Like there's the music playing in the background. It's just sort of like, echoing this large cave chamber, and you could just, it's just amazing. You gotta just check it out. Anyways.
Thanks.
And yeah, but like the NFT itself, if you're familiar with that, you can literally own a piece of the artwork, that we've created, and that Clint created. He was so gracious to set up the NFT and everything. And yeah, it's really awesome. Very, very happy to have that. And I'll send the link out in a second.
So Clint, how does it work? You actually own the artwork, right? It's a digital certification that you own.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing, so a lot of people aren't familiar with it yet, but NFT stands for non-fungible token. And essentially what it is, it's if you're familiar with cryptocurrency, which is created on the blockchain, it's basically creating artwork through this blockchain process. And what it then is, it's essentially a way for digital artists to sell prints of their work or actual originals. In this case, there's only one. It's an edition of one, so there's only one available. And when you buy an NFT, it's linked forever to that artist. So you're supporting me as the visual artist and the band as well by owning that. And there's only one of them, and it's pretty cool. But another cool thing about the NFTs is that they are an investment for people too. So some people sell them down the line, and even if you sell yours later on, the money still trickles back to the original artist. They still get a percentage of all subsequent sales. So it's a pretty cool way to support digital artists, and in this case, your favorite musicians as well.
And is it up for sale now, or?
Yeah, it's available. So what will happen is once someone bids on it, initially it goes into a 24-hour auction, and then you have 24 hours to bid it up. So it's up as of right now, and it's on foundation.app is the platform that we're doing it through. And so yeah, as soon as the first bid comes in, then it's you got 24 hours to buy it up.
Yeah.
And Clint, you've done a few other NFTs as well, right?
I've done several, and yeah, it's been really cool. It's interesting as a digital artist. Prior to this year, I didn't know there was a way to sell a digital piece of art to a collector, but it turns out there is.
Great.
Thanks, Captain Blackwood, for ordering the single. Very cool. And it's good to see you back here.
Warren had a question about who came up with the title Electrical. And actually that was me when we were coming up with the chorus in Joshua Tree that kind of came to mind. I had the vision of the lightning and the rain. And that particular line that was an inspiration. So I can't say who actually came up with it when I say it's inspiration. I feel like it comes from the Nuthers. So I plucked it from the Nuthers, but it came from somewhere else.
Well, they seem to speak to you, those Nuthers, and it's a beautiful thing to witness and be a part of. So
I think it comes to all of us in different forms.
Was there ever a working title?
Pedestal. Actually, Pedestal, I think, was the first title. It was the working title, I think, when I was playing around with it initially. But it's when the chorus started coming together that I think
that just made me remember that working title is what inspired some of the direction of the pre-chorus. Because when we were writing it, you had the verse and the chorus.
Yeah.
And it goes we need another melody and like a pre, and I was like, I hear a melody, I sang it. It took me a while to get the words, but that idea of having someone on a pedestal, putting them there, and all that entails, you think it's adoration, and then it can go many different ways. So that was that.
I love that pre-chorus you came up with too.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
It's fun to sing. It's hard to sing, when you go to record it. Scott, said earlier, thanks for appreciating the way it was recorded, because it's when you sit down and try to record and actually it's wait, that's not how I heard it in my head, and then you have to, how do I sing this? And you put your body in all weird positions until you get it. I don't know. Yeah. You came up with some great stuff there at the end too, Tosh, by the time. What was it say? You were channeling your inner Michael Jackson?
No, that was for the next song that's for
the next song.
That's for the next song. Okay.
Yeah.
I was channeling
excellent lead in there.
I was channeling my inner Jackson.
Yeah. Were you channeling Opera Man? So okay.
Oh, actually, there is Opera Man does exist in this song. He is there.
Oh, right. I was joking in the recording session and let Opera Man out. What do you want a demonstration?
Gordon's joking about Opera Man, and it actually turns out great. Are you gonna show us Opera Man?
Well, yeah. What is Opera Man? I want to know now. I'm invested.
Well, if Opera Man were to respond to that, Opera Man is not just a man. It's a man. Something like that. That's Opera Man.
Awesome.
I'm a big fan of Opera Man. I like him.
I like the idea that that's how Opera Man sees the world. He sees the world as a giant opera, and so he must respond in opera.
Some people say
he gets snazzy in the recording studio. He's just like, all right, we're doing this. Yeah,
I wonder if he comes out at any other times.
On roller coasters.
On tour.
So with that said, we want to do another. We're gonna go to another contest drawing.
Yeah.
So this is for whoever wins. This will get an As Above, So Below T-shirt. Before I do that though, I'm going to check to make sure, like, I make sure to get anyone who just signed up to be a Mad Hatter. So give me 1 second.
Mini dance party.
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it.
By the way, Cecilia says that we should let you sing, Scott. So
No, do not. Do not.
I vote
That's
yes.
the worst thing.
And Steve,
Yes.
I mean headset. So
And then that can be like your, headset Steve.
Oh, okay. So I see some people just joined. So we've got Bob Jung Bluth. Actually, he is a longtime fan, and we're so happy to have you as an official Mad Hatter. That's amazing. So I'm going to put your name in there. Thank you so much for signing up. And I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly. I wonder if it's Jung Bluth or Jung Bluth, but you can correct me next time I see you. All right, so before we do this, I'm going to show you what you're going to win. So what did I say? It was
As above, so below.
As
shirt.
Above, So Below T-shirt. Yes, thank you. So we have our merch site up right now. Actually, you could check it out yourself. It's ilikealice.com/shop. But we have this incredible design created for a T-shirt, and it represents the ultimate album that we'll be releasing come this fall. When we hit the road, we're going to release part 1 of it, which is our As Above section, which will include all these songs plus a bunch of covers that we haven't finished yet and all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is what you'll get. So let's go back to the wheel of names. You can't hear it. It's really cool when you spin it. It makes a cool sound.
Oh wait, it makes like a clicky sound?
Yeah, it makes a sound. It's awesome. I might be able to actually enable it. Okay, you should hear sound now. This is for the As Above, So Below T-shirt, and it is Aaron Leavitz. You won the As Above, So Below T-shirt, and it might be Levitz. It's probably Levitz. So
It's so soft. It's so soft.
yeah, it's awesome.
Who did the artwork on that shirt? It's pretty rad.
Oh yeah, so that
our friend Daphne Yap,
yeah.
amazing artist. I
Nice.
feel like you two are also kindred spirits. It's funny. I mentioned her to you. I'm sorry, you to her, and I was like, I can't believe you guys don't already know each other, because I feel like you're definitely cut from the same cloth. But yeah, she made the art for that.
Nice. I'll have to check out more of her work.
Yeah, she it was funny because when we were in Joshua Tree and we were texting, I was texting with her, and I was like, yeah, we're coming up with this whole collection of songs, As Above, So Below, and it's about the breaking of chains and finding freedom. And she just like shot back this like art at me, and I was like, well, we're gonna be like inspired for the rest of the duration here. So the art definitely like lent itself to a lot of the songs that came out too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have one more contest left. But before we do that, I wanted to show you actually something really cool. It's this little advertisement for what we're doing this fall in New Orleans. We have this whole VIP experience built out, and we're still building it out. But essentially, it's literally going to be an entire weekend with us in New Orleans during Halloween. Like, it's going to be insane. Friday night, we'll be doing a private performance for only 10 people. And it'll be our full stage show, and it'll be in this awesome decked out studio where we're going to set up all of our lights and all the stage props. On Saturday, we're gonna go like have a day on the town and a night, you know, in New Orleans. We're gonna get awesome food, go on ghost tours, do a scavenger hunt maybe. Somebody suggested that. And then the last day, it's optional, but we are playing a show at a venue called The Goat in New Orleans, and you'll be a VIP guest there. And we'll do some other fun stuff. But if you're interested, just send us a comment or a message or an email or whatever, and we'll get you hooked up with some more information. Yes. All right. So
looking forward to that. That is gonna be so
awesome. Yeah, so I guess if there's no other questions, we could do our final contest drawing and then take it from there. So let me share the screen again. And sorry about the Inception Matrix thing that's happening. Okay.
It's actually remarkably entertaining, so no apologies necessary.
So the one last thing that we're doing, we're calling this our Mad Hatter Insanity Pack, which is, you'll actually get the same t-shirt I just showed you, the As Above, So Below t-shirt, both of our albums signed, a signed poster, and also what's really cool, you're gonna get both of our Alice tees. So we haven't really talked about this too much lately, but we still have like a huge supply of these custom Alice tees that we made. We worked with Saint Sebastian. What is his name, Sasha? Sebastian, or
I think
anyway,
it's Saint Bastian.
Saint Bastian, yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's like this amazing tea maker and cook, and you know, knows of all good things that have tasty things.
Well,
but anyway, yes.
Do that real quick. So he actually designed both Alice and Alice Underground teas based on his experience of our music. So he was like, I mean, he's a real culinary artist. He was like, you know, what are the favorite tastes of the band? Like, what do we like? And he actually made these beautiful. I'll share the ingredients. It's incredible. So one is a pu'er tea. The dreamy tea is black tea, cinnamon, ginger, cocoa nibs, lemon, chocolate, and marigold. And the drink me tea is pu'er tea with chocolate, orange, rose hips, hibiscus, and cornflower. They're both very yummy. So, but yeah, he designed the teas based on the two different bands, and they're definitely through the looking glass. So they're different experiences, but we love Justin and we love the teas. So
yeah, so you will get some tea as part of this. So let us roll the wheel of names and see who comes up. Before we do that, I'm going to check to see if we have any new signups. No, we don't. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice, Bob, Young Blue.
yes.
You won the Mad Hatter Insanity Pack. Sweet, and you're just the person that just literally was like, all right, I'm signing up to be a part of this contest, and you did it. Congratulations. That is awesome.
I think that happened last time. There was somebody that Taz signed up at the last minute and ended up getting it. Yeah.
No, it's
so
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for your support throughout this whole process. It's been just, you know, really moving to see the amount of love and support we've been seeing from our community. You know, it really means the world to us. Like, you know, you see how much love we have amongst ourselves here. Like, it's such a joy to get to create with these wonderful humans and to, you know, get to share what we love to do with you guys. It's truly a gift. And, you know, again and again, when we get like messages and comments or you come to our shows and you tell us, you know, how much our music means to you, you know, it's something that means a lot to us. So thank you for all the love.
Yes, very much appreciated.
And thank y'all for being here with us tonight, getting to share this like you could make a thing and then it comes to life when you get to share the thing. So like, thank you so much for being here to share the thing, and we're just so grateful for y'all.
I always
So-
love when you
So
guys
great.
call or write or are like, hey, we're doing a thing. I'm always like, yes, what is the thing? I want to do the
Yay.
thing.
Awesome. Well, cool. I can't see any other questions. Let me just make sure though. I want to make sure we get everyone. Thought I saw.
I saw someone mention that we're playing the long game in terms of our release. And yeah, actually, we wrote 17 songs when we were in Joshua Tree. And we see it as a double album. So, you know, it's absolutely going to be something that we want to really, this time around, you guys, for those of you that are familiar with our Moon Drops in the 13th Hour album, you know, we did a song and a music video every full moon for 14 months. And this time around, we really wanted to like put in as much energy and love and resource into each piece of art that we're putting out, to just really see what we can make of it. And I find that in general, this is me speaking in terms of Western mind thinking. It's always about productivity and doing the thing and making things as quickly as possible. And I think if anything that the pandemic taught me is like the importance of sometimes just taking the time that you need to heal and to make the things that you want to make in the ways that you want to make it. So with electrical in particular, it was like, you know, let's take the time to make the very best art that we possibly can. So with no rush, imagine that. So yeah, I mean, we're going to be out there in the fall, like touring, and that has its own like set of deadlines when we do it. But you know, in terms of our future releases, I think we're taking the approach of just like how can we make this into something just incredible in you know, as much as we can. So yeah. And yeah, I just again want to thank these wonderful people around me for doing the thing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sweet. Oh man, so great. Sweet. Well, yeah, I think if we have nothing else to talk about, I mean, we got a ton to talk about, but we should probably get moving. We'll play the electrical music video one more time, and then we'll release it in the wild on the YouTubes. And yes, thank you so much. We will see you in the Mad Hatter Army. Don't forget to sign up and stuff. All right, talk to you later.